Okay, here we go. We're solving equations, two-step equations. And I know this is just a review because you've been solving equations since probably, what, middle school? 8th grade? Okay, so this is a very basic two-step where we know the whole goal of this game, right? Because I think of it as a game, is we want to get x by itself. There's two things that are in the way, right? There's the 30 that's in the way, and there's the -7 that's in the way. And so we always want to do the easiest move first. It's kind of like if you have something that's all knotted up, right? You try to, or even knots in your hair, you try to go for the easiest part, right? Okay, unknot a little bit here until you can finally get to the big knot. Solving equations is very similar to that. We want to do the easiest thing first. So the easiest thing right here is adding the plus 30. So we want to get rid of a plus 30, and to get rid of it, we do the opposite. So we're subtracting 30 from both sides. And so we bring down that -7x. I try to keep my equals all in a line. Sometimes I'll put a line down there. So 58 minus 30 is going to give, it's going to give us a 28. And then we're going to divide. So once again, we're going to stop and say, wait, what's going on between the -7 and the x? Because there's nothing, look, there's nothing in between. When there's nothing in between a number and a variable, that means they're being multiplied, right? And so to undo multiplication, we're going to divide. So we'll divide both sides by -7, and we'll get x equals -4. Once again, sometimes I have students see if it helps you just put a line down the middle. We'll do that next time before we start. Just keeping things organized is good. And so we have our answer, right? Our answer, let's get something pretty to x equals -4. Now, what does that answer even mean? It means if we plug -4 in for x, this side would be the same as this side. It'd be a true statement. And if you pause and do that, you'll see it's true. All right, let's do this again. So this time, the only difference, there's two differences. One, we don't have an x anymore. They give us a b, which, you know what, I like my x personally. I don't like when they, mess with our x. But we got a B and we got to deal with it. All right. Now we got to just make sure we see that that's not a 6, that's a B. So same idea here. The second thing that's different is our variable, which is what our letters are going to be called in our equation. It's on the right side, and I don't like that. I want my variables on the left, but oh well, we're going to deal, right? That's life. We just got to deal. Once again, we're going to do the easiest thing first. Oh, that's right. Let's put a line down. Let's see if that helps. Well, okay, my line was not the straightest, but see if that helps you. Try that method if you want to. We're going to do the easiest thing first, which is adding 15 to both sides. And we're going to get what? We're going to bring down our equal. We have our 6b over here. And what is it? If it was 15 minus 30, that's going to be -15. So this is going to be actually -12, right? Am I doing that right? -12. Why, you know what? I've been working all day and I can't even subtract. I need a calculator, don't I? All right, so if we take away 33 from 15, we get 12. That does not make any sense. I got to pause and go get a calculator. Okay, so I knew that was wrong. And it's really funny because, I can do calculus, but sometimes my brain's just like, you are pushing me too hard. Pick up a calculator. And that is true. It's the summer right now, and you all are at home, and I am up at work and doing some extra work over the summer just to get ready. So it is -18. Once again, our calculators are our friends, and so now I've got mine next to me because I am working too hard and my brain's saying pick up a calculator. All right, so we divided both sides by 6, and we get b is equal to -3. And if we wanted to check our answer, we would just plug -3 right into here and pick up our calculator, and we would see that this side is actually -33. All right, let's keep going. So here, something different. Once again, yeah, our x is on the right side. I don't like that, but all right, I'm going to deal. The other thing is that we've got a division here, right? X divided by 5, x over 5. So that's going to look different. Once again, let's do the easiest thing first. We're going to add 47 to both sides. And so we're going to be 47, take away 43 is 4. Okay, and then we bring our equal down, and then we've got x over 5. So we stop and go, okay. We know that when we had that -47, we did the opposite, right? We added. Well, here, this fraction sign is really a division sign. Okay, each fraction, every fraction you see is really a division problem, like, right? 1/2 is really 1 divided by 2, because 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Same thing as 1/2, right? So we've got x divided by 5. If we want to get rid of the 5, we've got to multiply by 5. But whatever we do to one side, just like when we added, we have to do the other side, right? So 4 times 5 is 20. And look what happens when we multiply by 5, a 5 on the bottom and a 5 on the top. If you want to pause and pick up your calculator, if you did 5 divided by 5 and you hit enter, you'd get 1. Okay, so 5, or even if you pick if you push the fraction button, which is my favorite button on that calculator, and you did 5 over 5 and you hit enter, it would give you a 1. So that's why it cancels out, because then if you have a 1, well, 1 times x is just x. Let me get back to that orange. All right, so nice job. We're just moving along here. Let's do the fourth one. And by the way, I got these problems from Delta Math because you're going to be using Delta Math to practice and get ready for your test. All right, so something's new. They're giving us a y. Now, I really don't like when they use y. You can see I get bothered by a lot of things. But, you know, when we see y, that's usually when we're graphing, like y equals something. But whatever, we're going to deal. Well, I'm going to deal. I'm going to try. All right, so let's put our line down. It helps to keep our work nice and organized. So let's pick a pretty color. I don't know about you, but turquoise, that's my mom's favorite color. So I'm going to go with that. So once again, we're going to ignore the hard part. We're going to do the easy part. We have a minus 16. We're going to add 16 to both sides. We're going to pull down the y over 4. This is gone, right? Negative 16 plus 16, gone. We're going to put the equal sign there. Negative 14 plus 16 is 2. Okay, same thing here, right? Y divided by, this fraction sign is divided by 4. To get rid of it, we're going to multiply by 4. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. 4's go away, bloop, and we get y equals 8. Find a pretty color too. How about this? Oh, I'm not sure what that color is going to be. It's kind of like a harvest gold. I don't know. All right, I think we're done. So we are done. So what does that mean? It means that you can stop the video and get on Delta Math and go, go, go. Because you know that saying, practice makes perfect. I mean, yeah. Perfect practice, I guess, makes perfect. But it really is about how your brain retains things. You all are smart enough to learn this, but to retain it takes practice. And so that's what you're going to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me.